That's his name, right? Beatrix. Favorite. Picks up the Beatrix now. Oh, it's
Oh,
still
another
the export.
So actually this draft is like, you know, the combination between the game number 1 and game number 2 yesterday. It's interesting because
They're learning.
Yes, we will see. Maybe there's something, you know, different approach that Namibia will bring to us for our first game. Exborg for Slasher for sure. And who is the
I think it's going to be
gold
Popol.
lane?
Yep.
There you go.
That was the response yesterday from Namibia when Team Cambodia picked up the Beatrix. They went for the Popol, trying to win out in that lane, but now with the Farsa, that's definitely going to be a bit of a hassle to deal with for this Popol and Koopa that's going to be outranged completely by, firstly, the Feather Airstrike, secondly, that Renner Snipe.
Okay, maybe the ultimate snipe as well coming from Leslie. I think it's gonna be a little bit troublesome that maybe some minor mistake from Malaysia. They finally beat it with 2-0. But here we go for the first game between Namibia versus Vietnam.
Let's see. Both junglers opting to go for the opposite route here. Joga on the purple buff. Meanwhile, you can see Numeraholic on the orange buff. And as we mentioned, wait a minute, bottom side, the King caught here in the 1v1. Slasher VT almost solo killing the King, who's still able to get out with the dashes and with a successful cut. That isn't too bad, but still, that's a lot of HP lost.
Actually, it's a high risk though, actually, for the King because, and suddenly Numeraholic got beaten in the mid lane. And it's gonna be a little bit, you know, because it's the jungler. It's the jungler.
Oh
and
no, the purple buff.
Yeah, and the jungler from Vietnam will lead maybe like 1 or 2 level later on.
Uh-oh, bottom side, the King who had 1 HP now is back and he's winning actually in the trade here. Bottom lane in the XP lane. The King going in for a kill right there on the bottom side, but look at this up top. It's going to be the Detonus welcomed by Joga. Caught in, stunning 2 members down for another kill over towards Vietnam's MDH Esports team.
Yeah, meanwhile 2 members from Namibia need to go back a little bit. Here looking very, very low for more TZ and also NT.
So far, the game is looking to be kind of a deja vu to what we saw yesterday in the Cambodia versus Namibia match.
And I can see that Vietnam, they really done their homework, okay? They've done their homework here by trying to play aggressively in the early game.
Very aggressive so far, and even in this goal lane, what we mentioned came true. Zubskop unable to hold his own up against 2 members here, which they're going for. Reverse time and Nibiru's passion. Zubskop taken low. They're looking for a dive here, and Zubskop will be taken down up in the gold lane. As that should be a turret as well taken by Vietnam. A turtle for free, no contest from Team Namibia. That's going to be terrifying for the airstrike, finding its mark, finding the kill onto Mortsi.
And still looking for more, but Numeraholic be able to run away. Meanwhile, it's gonna be the next target, which is Slasher. And Slasher, luckily, still find a way how to go back a little bit and don't want to force himself to join the skirmish in the bottom lane.
5-0 in 2 minutes. Slasher VT going to be taken down here as well. The King picking up another solo kill in the XP lane, and that is still Numeraholic, who's not getting any space to farm in his own jungle. Purple buff stolen away. That's going to be the follow-up as well. The heavy spin defensively and the glorious pathway used with no follow-up will mean that Entropy will have to recall with very low HP.
God. It's looking very bad for Namibia because in the first 3 minutes, look at that, the Feather Airstrike kills that comes from Need My Help. It makes all of the player from Namibia couldn't do much. Cannot do much here, and you know, in the first 3 minutes, Namibia, they already lose their mid turret.
Slasher VT about to lose his life as well with the turret. Not just the mid lane fallen, but every single member so far except for Entropy, who's still sitting at 0 death as a roamer. He's waiting for that moment right now to look for a big play, but it's going to be the terrifying over to Joga, who's just going to walk them down with a Death's Welcome. Able to munch on one of the members here, spitting him out. Mort's going to be taken low, taken down with the airstrike, as that's his 3rd death in the game. It looks like Hehe wants to go for more. Entropy, the first death of the game for him. as that's going to be a double kill for Need My Help.
Oh my god, I think it's looking very bad for Namibia because they are, they are being driven away by Vietnam here. And Vietnam, they are getting snowballing and snowballing right now.
Well, snowball is a strong word here. For Vietnam, it's literally what they're doing, but I feel like snowballing is a bit of an understatement. They are absolutely just stomping Namibia currently. It's completely dominant right now as they are going to look to siege that mid lane turret. Lord hasn't even spawned in Momo-chan, and they're looking for that bottom side. But the airstrike to zone the other members away. Bennett's Rage as well, but the last Insanity to the back lines will deal a lot of damage. That's the first kill for Namibia as they are on the board. The King going to be pinned down, and that's another for Namibia. They're looking for more on the board. Joga still staying there. Needs to respect Namibia. And they do. They back off.
Yeah, they have to back off a little bit, losing 2 members from Vietnam here. I think they also don't want to force to play a little bit, maybe I can say careless, because even though they are dominating, but slowly but sure, Namibia, they can find their own way back.
I'm looking at it right now, Momo-chan. I'm trying to think about the win condition for Namibia. But even if, let's say they get to that late game, if they are able to weather this storm, this Popwell's going to fall off compared to the Beatrix. And they're getting baited in here. Purple buff taken out the poke from that feather airstrike.
Yeah,
it's
Namibia,
massive.
they really have to rely on this Subscope, right? Meanwhile, Subscope didn't get any space to do the farm. It's hard for him to farm right now, because all of the lane management is being controlled by Vietnam. And now look at the minions coming into the mid bastard. And look how free, hey. Look at Beatrix.
Momo-chan, Lord hasn't even spawned. We're still waiting for the third turtle of the game. They're already in the base, cracking it. Death Thresh Welcome popped in, the heavy spin as well, but that's the time journey to negate all of it. The King under base still able to get out for a bit before Slasher VT picks him up. Now the Beatrix with the Bennett deletes Mort like it's nothing, and they will be able to look for the base currently with 2 minion waves simultaneously pushing in the mid lane and that top lane. They're looking for the end. 6 minutes. This is for the record.
This is, I think, the fastest game if they can end this game in the 7 minutes game. But look at that. Need My Help. Still have the Pharaoh Astride. Looking for a good positioning here. But, Nord is still able to be taken down by Namibia. They are still holding up their base. They are trying to defend their base without giving an opportunity for Vietnam to finish the game as soon as possible.
Well, right now, that's the DB Passion. They're eating it up. Entropy going to be taken down by the final blow in the dashes from the King. And that's another kill over for Vietnam. Momo-chan, they're looking for the end right now. Heavy spin, buying a little bit more time, but the time journey comes in as well. Now, with the Eternal Guard, they're trying their best to still stay alive, to survive the siege, but it does not look like they can. Last Insanity to the back line. Snart going to be taken very low, taken down with the Vexana, but it's still going to be a 1-for-1.
They are still hanging up in their own base here. Namibia and Vietnam, they even doesn't want to go back. They don't want to go back. They really want to force the team fight here inside the base of Namibia, and it takes a lot of risk actually.
It's crazy.
If maybe they can try to control the Super Minion from all of the lanes, maybe they can finish in the under 10 minutes game.
True. Numberaholic though, he's going to be eaten up again, taken down. Lord finally spawns in the Land of Dawn. MDH, Vietnam, completely ignoring the Lord, ignoring the third turtle. They just want to get done with this game as fast as possible. That's Entropy, who tries to soak in damage. That's Mort gunned down. And it is going to be another game under 10 minutes in IESF as Slasher VT tries his best in desperation to look for the defense. With a heavy spin from Numberaholic, it will not be enough, and Vietnam will claim the first game in 8 minutes.
I think this one is the fastest game, is it? Correct me if I'm
7
wrong.
minutes was Cambodia.
7 minutes.
Yeah,
Rely on the other damage dealer here. Popol Kupa is not enough for Namibia to just giving a contribution for the damage here. And our MVP match will go into the hand of Joga. This guy.
Solid player, man. Scale well to the late stage, and the Beatrix was able to find such a massive lead early on up against this Pawpaw, so Subscop just wasn't really able to find or to utilize anything from this pick. And you could see one Windtalker, just the Windtalker built up for him here in the game.